Can you kind of tell us what happened there and what are his prospects maybe of playing in this game?
Yeah, I think we listed him as questionable, Mary Kay, and that's exactly what he is. Obviously had something there with the groin, so we got a few hours here to see how he does, and then we'll make a determination before the game.
So you're still kind of hopeful that he can go?
Yeah, truly questionable. I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mary Kay. Next up is Jeff Shadell. Jeff, if you could hit unmute on yours. Thank you.
Hey, Kevin, Katero Hodge, he's got some big passes for you. What do you see in him that gives you that trust that he could be that reliable third receiver for you?
Yeah, Jeff, he does his job. He's always assignment sound, great effort player, good speed, catches the balls that come his way. Really fits our smart, tough type of football player we're looking for from this team. And his teammates really like him. He's the game captain this week, and I think the guys were excited about that.
Scott Petrick, we'll go to you.
Hey, Kevin, obviously Greedy and Mac both came back this week. One of them, Greedy's out, Mac's questionable. So why the decision to give Greedy another week?
We're just dealing with their injuries as they present themselves, Scott. I wouldn't put them in the same boat. We kind of treat these injuries on a case-by-case basis.
And with Mac, is he a game time thing? I mean, you saw him practice this week. What else do you need to see whether or not you make that decision?
Yeah, I think we want to make sure we use all of the remaining hours before game time to make a prudent decision.
Great, Scott. We'll go to Daryl Ryder.
Hey, Coach, not sure if you wanted to let it slip out, but you did mention Kadero's going to be your game captain this week. Could you just talk about maybe the criteria that you're using week to week as you pick who your game captains are?
I did mean for it to slip out, Daryl. Yeah, I think it's just something we look at the roster, we look at the game. We're trying to just highlight the players. We have a ton of deserving guys, and I think what it speaks to is only one guy walks out there before the game, and he embodies what we believe in. So I think Cordero has done a nice job. We had Charlie week 1, Elo week 2. So just have a different guy each week that kind of is, you are who you send out there.
And yesterday we talked to Odell and Jarvis, and both of them conveyed the same message about really embracing the style of offense that you're running and embracing the fact that, it's Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt are centerpieces to this thing. What does that mean to you? What does that mean to the locker room when two guys that are established in the league come out and publicly embrace the team philosophy, the team concept?
Well, obviously it's about the team, but I will tell you, we're only 2 games into this thing. So to say we know exactly what we're going to look like week in and week out, I don't think that's fair. I think this thing is growing really on all sides of the ball, offensively, defensively, special teams. We're going to evolve as need be throughout this season.
Jake Trotter, your line is open.
Kevin, I saw on Building the Browns, you had a moniker for, I guess, like an underneath crossing play or rub route or something. You called it the Andy Dufresne play. Do you have any other cool names for routes or plays?
I do. But I'm not going to share them.
Okay, maybe eventually.
Eventually.
Okay.
Thanks, Jake. Nate Ulrich, go to you.
Hey, Kevin, it looks like the one guy that you guys are stating will definitely play out of the injured guys is Kevin Johnson. So what do you think he's going to be able to give you coming back, and in what ways enhance your defense?
Yeah, good question. Excited to have Kevin back. He's looked really good throughout the week. And then we just got to be mindful of this is his first football action. He hasn't played these last 2 games, so we'll monitor how he's doing, but he's had a nice week of practice.
And you've been complimentary of McLaurin. Denzel can't go. How much more challenging is that matchup for you guys?
Yeah, we know what we're getting into. He's a dynamic football player, and he's young, but he's got a very, very bright future. So we got to be about our business.
Back to Scott Petrick.
Kevin, regarding Kevin Johnson, you feel he has the flexibility to play inside and outside for you?
Yes.
And with Tavier, you know, he's been playing nickel for you. It's a role he hasn't played a ton in the past. How do you think he's done so far?
You saying Tom?
Javier Thomas?
How's he done? Yeah, he's done a nice job. I think he brings physicality to the position, does a nice job in the run game on pressures, you know, covering his guy. He's a very glad we have him because he's a versatile football player.
Thanks.
Go to Daryl Ryder.
Hey, Coach, I also wanted to ask you about Ronnie Harrison, and I think he's played 8 snaps the first 2 weeks. We talked to Joe Woods yesterday, and he mentioned how he's just kind of working into things, and you don't want to put him out there and put him in a position where he won't be successful. So what have you seen from him these first couple of weeks and where he's at as far as his ability to contribute?
Yeah, he's done a nice job. He's picking it up. I think every day it's getting a little bit clearer for him. But he does a nice job at practice, makes plays on the ball. He does a nice job in the special teams portions of practice in the game. So we'll be counting on him, and we'll see how his role grows.
Thanks, Daryl. We'll go to Tom Withers. This will be our last question.
Hey, thanks, Coach. We were talking to we had Kobe Altman on a Zoom call earlier, the Cavs general manager, and he just shared with us how the genesis of the combination with all the teams was the conversation between you and JB and how that really got going. I just wanted to ask you, Kevin, how impressed have you been in general with the way athletes have really been at the forefront of this movement? Not only your guys, but you see the NBA players on a nightly basis having to make pre-game statements and post-game statements while also, you know, doing their craft as well.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with our guys. You know, we encourage them to be thoughtful and educate themselves and research, and then we encourage them to be about action. And I think our guys have embodied that. I've been very impressed by them. They understand we have a job to do, and we're doing our job, but they also know that they have a platform, and if they can affect positive change, they will do that.